because I don't think that I'd be writing about such a exotic community as the Amish if I hadn't grown up in that area, and also having had the close ties to the Amish community. I have my sister's here. I won't embarrass her, but I have traced our roots back as far back as to the Zurich, Switzerland martyrdom of Mennonite Anabaptist family named the Lefevres, who all but two of their family were burned out of their house. The soldiers came, the doors were barred, the windows were blocked, and they literally burned them to death for their faith. There is a book called The Martyr's Mirror, if you can ever get a hold of it. It's similar to the Fox's Book of Martyrs, and it deals with the 1650s to 1693 when Jacob Ammon, who was the founder of the Amish community there, broke away and began a completely different type of a setup, different type of a belief system. The Mennonites came first. A lot of people don't realize that. The Mennonites were first, and then the Amish, this movement of the Amish happened in 1693 over the issues of the separation of church and state and whether or not it was okay to have a second baptism when you were old enough to make a decision for your church or for Christ or whatever. So, and also Jacob Ammon also wanted shunning practices, and the Mennonite church did not, absolutely did not. And to this day, in our contemporary society, there are people being shunned every week for breach of ordinance of their church. So a very, very interesting and very fascinating type of a setting for stories that I feel, that I hope are rather universal in theme. This next book that's coming out next Tuesday is called The Secret. And it is a story that I've been wanting to write for a couple of years. I had heard, and you know too from reading the paper, it seems that the media gets a hold of various situations in the Amish community, not so much in Pennsylvania, but in other areas, and they tend to sensationalize the stories. So you're hearing about abuse and women running away in the night and things like that. Well, I have a woman who runs away in the night too. She disappears in the night on the night of her oldest daughter's 21st birthday. And she's very troubled, and the family is very concerned. For a lot of reasons, she feels that she needs to revisit her past and try to make things right somehow, bring redemption to the sins of the past. And so she is very much blocked off to the relationship she has with her husband of 25 years, and her children sense it too. Anyway, not to spoil the story, but this is a story that I think has also a universal theme, and that is that the covering of grace over those of us who are believers, those of our lives, there can be something good that comes out of bad, or what we perceive as bad. You see what I'm saying? And I'm excited about the series because it's already getting a lot of press, because this is a very rare situation, but it does happen. And again, the whole concept of submission and yielding to a community, if you're a woman, being told precisely how you must behave, about the only way that you can show your creativity, if you're a young woman or an older woman, is by the color scheme of your flower garden and the patterns that you choose and the colors that you choose in your quilts. So just think about that.